A heavy sense of guilt burdens his heart as he begins to think, what have I got her into? She loves me, she has to love me. Why else would I feel this way? The car next to him drives off. Assuming the traffic light is now open as he's about to accelerate. He can see the car at the corner of his eye erased too closely behind a moving bus which immediately attempts a difficult halt to intercept the collision which nearly happened. He looks at the traffic light which is still red and wonders to himself, what the awkwardly appear. That's when he witnesses near the bus a man in a black suit and dark shades calmly walk away before disappearing past a corner as the bus finally comes to a complete halt. That's weird, he thinks to himself, his paranoia usually gets the best of him. Not today, he whispers. Before he knows it, he's seating at Knight's, one of his favorite restaurants, looking outside the breathtaking view, setting the mood for what he hopes will be a romantic night. She enters the restaurant in a staggering motion. One of her shoes have a broken heel, it fell off during the bus incident. Breathing a little heavy, it was a long walk from where the bus stopped, good thing she left early. What a beautiful place, she reflects. A few eyes turn her way. He notices the attention in the room swing to one side, and there she is. He snaps out of the awe he has for her and closes the distance between them. Their eyes meet, he holds her by the hand and walks her to the table. Seating across her, silent for a few seconds, he whispers, "Your one leg is shorter than the other." He whispers even softer this time, "You didn't bother telling me, you decided to show me instead." She chuckles, making eye contact. She can't hold it for long before looking away and giving into her telling smile. "I had to make sure you fell in love with me first," making eye contact again but this time holding it a bit longer. "Are you okay?" he asks. The waitress arrives dressed in white and places 2 glasses of red wine and a rose between them. She notices the eye contact between him and the waitress. "You okay?" "I'm okay, you keep asking me that," she says, a bit annoyed. He notices the shame in her face and decides to drop the subject. She is hard to read but he's come to learn some of her little nuances. "I love you in that red dress. Matter of fact, I might marry you for it." "Stop," she blushes, but then her expression changes. "I better make sure the bag isn't exposed," she thinks to herself, tucking it between her thighs. She looks up and a rose is in her face. "It's for you," he says. "Am I really going to do this?" She thinks to herself, while trying to stay engaged. She stares at him for a few seconds like she's looking through him. "Hello," he says, still holding out his hand. "Okay," he puts it down, and his anxiety starts to build. "Oh, sorry, I love it," she says awkwardly. He laughs at her response, wasting time again, he mumbles, biting his lower lip. He looks around to see if anyone is watching. "Ouch," she reacts softly, as he squeezes her toes under the sole of his moccasin shoe. Looking at her in the eyes, he begins to press even hard. Making eye contact, she doesn't blink or flinch under the excruciating pain, almost challenging him to press even harder. "I hate you," he responds under the force of his teeth, as he continues to squash her bare shoes. A tear begins rolling down her eye. With a defiant expression on her face, she moves forward, little closer to his face and whispers, "Screw you, you abusive animal." His eyes fill with rage. Losing his mind, ready to charge at her, stands up. Bang, bang, bang. Blood gashing out, the gun in her hand and his body on the floor, she too falls to her knees. In the midst of her fear she notices a tiny shiny object, laying next to the broken glass, which had wine in it. An engagement ring. He was planning to propose, she's enlightened. Her eyes well up again as she crawls towards his lifeless body. Her dress and hands are now covered in blood, she places his head in her arms and starts crying, calling out his name. A part of her hoping he's still alive.